you just got to wonder.
Yeah.
What do they talk about when they talk about his family?
Mm-hmm.
And I've had the experience, either friends or women that I've dated or whoever it is, have talked me off the ledge. Or people even have, I mean, I remember going into, I've been in meetings and I have walked out of the meeting thinking I just got really sandbagged or sabotaged or I got jumped in that meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And I've commented that to other people who've been in the meeting, in some cases, not even people that I, am very close to. And they've said to me, no, you weren't. Nobody sandbagged you. You should have seen that coming a mile away. Perfectly reasonable to have raised that point just because you didn't feel good about it and just because it undermined the comments that you had just made. That doesn't mean somebody plotted and conspired to sandbag you and cut you off and kneecap you or whatever the analogy is that you want to use. And I don't think he has anybody in his ecosystem or his orbit who is saying those types of things to him. Right. And I've been grateful. I have been grateful when people have said that. In the moment, it might have stung a little bit because I remember it stinging. But then after 15 minutes, you think to yourself, you know what? That person was right. They really were right. He was onto something. I was off base. And we all do that. I guarantee, Jen, you've done that, I'm sure, where you feel like, hey, somebody's out to get me. That person really did me rotten. Yeah. And then somebody else comes along. And I'm grateful for when my dad has done that to me. It's like, what are you talking about? Grow the hell up. And not that my dad would put it in those terms, but basically get over yourself.
Yeah.
You're in a whirlpool of self-delusion, and you got to break out of that. And look at this from a different perspective. And and invariably those types of people are very important in your life, and I question whether Harry has any of them.
You're absolutely right. And I'm laughing. I won't even go into it, but recently I had a very small version of what you're talking about, pointing the wrong way, what you're talking about. And it was really bugging me, just something to do with the channel. And I actually talked to you about it, and you're very helpful and basically said you're too focused on it. Like, or I'm focused on the wrong thing.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Let's make it. So my point, let's make an action plan and work on this. And so you help me see, you're right. Sitting here fretting about it is doing nothing. It's counterproductive. Let me just take actions. So two things happened. You helped me see that I had my head up somewhere else I shouldn't have been. And also I can take steps to fix this. I can work on this. This will just be something I work on. And that's exactly, so Harry will never, even if he had the best person in his ear trying to say that to him, I just don't know if he's capable. You can decide how to take that. I just don't know. I don't know that he could learn from it.
Yeah. Well, and let me just give another example. In the case that I was just talking about, where I felt like I'd been sandbagged, if I had said that to somebody and they thought I had been sandbagged or ambushed or whatever it was,
right?
I think their answer would have been something along the lines of, yeah, that did happen. You did just, get ambushed in that meeting. But at the same time, what are you going to do about it?
That's right.
Who cares? Does it really matter in the grand scheme of things?
That's it.
And even if it does, what are you going to do about it? How long are you going to marinate and let this live rent free in your head, as everybody always says? And again, there's an instance where, Harry might have some valid argument about his protection and Ravik and everything else, but it's just not going to work. It's not going to work. It's kind of a can't fight City Hall type of a scenario,
right?
And at some point, it's like trying to fight the post office.
Yeah,
good
analogy. Yeah.
Right. And I don't know what the post office is like in other places, but in the United States, it does not have the most stellar reputation. Let me tell you. But the point being, or you can argue with I told a neighbor this one time. They're so upset about something was wrong with the way their garbage was picked up. And I said, well, what are you going to do about it? These are the guys that pick the garbage up, the bin guys. Are you going to make phone calls and write letters? And okay, they didn't take a bag of your stuff. All right, put it back in the bin, take it into the garage, and let it sit there for a week until they come around next time.
Right.
Nobody, it just.
The difference
So
is,
we all deal with those. I mean, getting on an airplane, again, assault on your human rights happens every single time you get on an airplane these days. And at the same time, what are you going to do? Are you going to argue with security at the airport? Oh, they gave me a dirty look. Oh, they yelled at me. Oh, they told me to take my shoes off when I didn't need to.
Right.
Again, just
do it just to get on the airplane. Yeah.
Yes. And spare us all the drama about it. No one. Great. You flew on an airplane. And like I said, your human rights were deprived for a few minutes.
So he, instead of like the rest of us where you say, well, that kind of sucks. I hate taking my shoes off, whatever it is. And you just get past it. He's like, I'm personally offended. I'm going after the airline and I'm going after the security worker and I'm going after, it's like, just
well, and a perfect example of that was the email correspondence between his security people and the NYPD. The Duke feels that he has been misled, and the Duke is going to contact the governor of California. Oh, Gavin Newsom, honestly. Yeah. And as I said a long time ago, I can imagine they were probably laughing hysterically in whatever office. It would have been one of those, hey, come here, you got to read, here, look at my screen, read this email. You won't believe it. Hey, everybody, come. I guarantee you that's what happened somewhere in New York City in a police department office. Absolutely. You got to see this. You won't believe it. Look what he's done now.
Yeah. Right. Do you remember when he got out of the secure vehicle to get in a yellow cab with clear glass?
Right.
No, you remember. I'm just saying, like, that's what these guys are probably saying. Like, he took himself out of the secure vehicle and now he's complaining that we did something. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Woe is him. Any other thoughts on the BBC of it all that you wanted to hit? Oh, there was one I can think of, and that's why I started laughing a little bit ago because I thought you were going here with this. But you compared the interview to a certain movie. Do you remember which movie you compared it to?
Spinal Tap. Yes.
Talk to me about that.
Well, if you haven't seen Spinal Tap, it's like a
mockumentary, right?
Exactly. It's a mockumentary about a fictitious rock band. They have all kinds of problems, no matter what they do, no matter where they go. Everything turns into a catastrophe. And sprinkled throughout this movie are these interviews, one of which is, for instance, a famous conversation between Rob Reiner, who's played by he's playing a character named Marty DeBurgi, I think, and he's talking to, I believe it's Christopher Guest, who's playing this rock musician. And Christopher Guest is explaining, they have an amplifier with knobs on the front. And Rob Reiner's character says, I'm looking at these knobs, and, on most pieces of audio equipment like this, they would go up to 10, but these all go to 11. What is the significance of that? And Christopher Guest's character goes, well, it's one louder, isn't it? And it becomes this running joke, and they never do sort of, reconcile that. And that's just one of it. That's just one example. And and there interviews like that back and forth all throughout the entire movie. But I watched this Harry interview on the BBC, and again, he just was like, it could have been something out of a comedy. It was so bizarre. So bizarre.
Yeah, it was.